Hi everyone, my name is Natasha Graham. I'm the English Language Arts Instructional Coach for San Marcos CISD. Today I'm going to show you all how to write an introductory paragraph, not only for the STAR expository essay, but for any essay that you may encounter throughout all of your educational years. Today we're going to be using the English 1 expository prompt from 2016. As your teacher should have already shown you, anytime you're presented with the prompt, the first thing that you need to do is you need to go ahead and cross all of this out, all of this right here. This tends to confuse students more than it does help. So let's just go ahead and get rid of it. Don't even want you to read it. Don't even want you to look at it. Okay? The next thing you're going to do is I'm going to change my pen color here, is you're going to focus in right where it says the word right. The reason why we're going to focus in here is this is actually where your expository essay begins. This is your thesis. So when we look at this, we see that it wants us to write an essay explaining your definition of a true friendship. Great. So all we do is we take this sentence right here and we turn it into a thesis statement. Now, the definition of a thesis statement is what you are writing about without directly telling the reader. So we want to try to avoid I statements. I will show you. I will explain to you. I will tell you about. Or my personal favorite, please take me by the hand as I walk you through my essay. Your thesis statement needs to be strong and concise. Remember, we only have 27 lines in which to write an entire essay. So we need to choose our words wisely, and we need to make sure that we are clear and to the point. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to write this thesis statement. It's very, very difficult to write the hook, the tie-in, the thesis, or our two main ideas if I don't know what my thesis statement is. Okay, I can't hook the reader into my essay if I myself don't even know what it is that I'm writing about. So what you're going to do is you're going to think to yourself and use your scratch sheet of paper to help you plan. What is the definition of a true friendship? Now here we're going to kind of write a fragmented sentence because we're going to take what we've circled in green and begin to use that for a thesis. So the definition of a true friendship is, and we're going to leave the is blank. Reason being is that whatever you determine the definition of a true friendship is actually become your body 1 and your body 2 paragraphs. So real quick, think to yourself, what are 2 definitions that exemplify friendship? What are 2 things that you look for in a best friend? For me, for example, I'm going to choose loyalty because I think we can all agree that's a pretty big deal. And then over here, I'm going to choose humor. I think you need to be able to laugh with your best friend. So here we now have so far the definition of a true friendship is loyalty and humor. Okay? Now we go back up and we get our hook. Our hook can be a factoid. It can be a quote. It can be lyrics from a song. It can be something completely and totally crazy. Okay? The whole point is to gain the reader's attention. So I'm going to choose for my hook a line from Rihanna's Umbrella, because that is the song that my best friend and I always sing to each other. And it's no matter the stormy weather, you can use my umbrella. Now, this is by somebody. So what I want to do is I want to attribute it to them. And I'm going to put Rihanna's name right there. So, I have my thesis, I have my to, I have my hook, and now I come into this tie-in. What is a tie-in? Well, it is a sentence that ties in your hook to your thesis. It connects the two. It's also referred to as a transition sentence because your hook can be absolutely anything that you want it to be and completely off the wall. I could talk about the price of oranges in China. If my transition sentence can connect my hook to my thesis, then I am good. So here we're going to look at my tie-in. And I'm going to think to myself again. So my hook is, no matter the stormy weather, you can use my umbrella. So my tie-in can be, when it comes to friendships, you want a person who you can depend on for anything. Not all people are dependable, so you need to look for a true friend. Great. So now, when I read this all together, it all flows and it all makes sense. No matter the stormy weather, you can use my umbrella. When it comes to friendships, you want a person who you can depend on for anything. Not all people are dependable, so you need to look for a true friend. The definition of a true friendship is loyalty and humor. Now, what I want you guys to remember is that when we started off with this, we didn't start off traditionally with hook, tie-in, thesis, and to. We started off here as our one. That was our first step. Our to became our second step. Our hook became our third step. And our tie-in became our fourth step. Now, you're going to fill it in this order, but when you write it on your essay exam paper, you're going to write it in the proper order, which is hook, tie-in, thesis, and to. But start with what you know, and then build upon it. And you'll have the perfect introductory paragraph, and it's quite painless.